Hello again.
He smiles kindly, then turns off his hearing device. The TV is silent, playing what looks like to be a documentary about dolphins and their trainers. Docile grey heads bob up and down from a large tank. Noticing your attention, Pascal grins up at you and turns on his hearing device.
Do you like dolphins? I think I see what you mean. People can be cruel to things which cannot speak for themselves, or speak differently. That's a very clever thing to say, but clicks don't rhyme.
He looks up at Esty, who shrugs.
I'll let you two girls chat.
A montage of grainy black and white photographs shows a factory full of machines, fabric spewing from steel mouths. Out of focus, but big enough to cover the whole back wall, there's a word and a number. Silk number 3. The screen is awash with neon light shot directly into a camera lens. The strobe flicker of colours forms a veil that hides a girl's face.
Enough!
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Back again. Goodbye.
Sitting atop a pile of yellowing newspapers and dog-eared crossword magazines is a large plastic cup with a colourful wolf figure on the lid. He holds a long pipe in one languid paw, his posture relaxed despite the twin blades chained to his back. His name curls around the side, Placid Wolf. His little painted eyes are unfocused, a faint smile on his snout. A bitter herb, smoking it is what keeps him grounded in the present moment. The moment will come, if that's what you seek. Who's Placid Wolf's guy? Where can we get some? Placidity and happiness are sometimes confused for each other. This is a mistake. One day he will run out of bitter herb. Then he shall remember his true name and be placid no more.
Hey, my cup!
He stares at you with confusion, then shakes his head.
And now you're trying to steal from us? Of course. Herschel, stop.
Pascal grins at you.
Back again. Goodbye.
Welcome.
He looks over his shoulder to check. He follows your gaze to the collectible plastic cup and switches on his implant.
Aha, yes. Placid Wolf. Very rare.
He lifts up a crossword puzzle magazine, appearing proud and apologetic at the same time.
Won the puzzle. They do mail-ins. Never watched. I just think the cup is fun. No, no. Very rare. Ah, no. Well, yes. But the price is a toaster now.
He smiles, but shakes his head. Such a happy couple. Wonder what else she does with all that sodium fire pental.
What are you getting at? Is this the cup? For the cup? You can't be serious. I detest every moment in your company.
She waves, then signs something to Pascal, who nods sadly.
I told him you were going to borrow it. Damn it, Herschel.
Bye-bye.
Placid Wolf, lad. Estes' husband gives you an encouraging nod. Placid Wolf joins the crew.
Unbelievable.
You return to the post. You slink away from a plain canvas satchel hangs from the rainbow. You turn back.
finally get up to speed, Operant. Just catching up on my shows. You see this one? Big and Loose, supposedly.
On the screen, a black wolf swings an iron slab of a sword through a row of chrome-plated adversaries. Arterial blood spurts forth in bright red gouts.
Probably a few too many by my count. Maybe the techno-future's not for me. Reminds me of something else I saw recently. One of the opera's finest discovers her inner poet, then guts it out against one of Amateur's most sadistic interrogators. Highly experimental, especially for syndication. Tonio Migo back a ways. Good citizen, loyal to his tenants. Keeps an eye out for interlopers.
The maintenance man gives you a curt nod before returning to his work.
Says you've been a great help with the sweeping, by the way.
In any event, seeing our protagonist disappear into an empty labor camp was no way to end the season. Had to make some calls. May have played a minor supporting role, uncredited.
Let's just say you got my little it detector chirping. Now the opera's got you on a daring new assignment, set to strike the hidden face of mass culture itself. Good chance to see whether you're as hardcore as you let on.
You're not really about to spill your guts to a null entity, are you? You haven't yet emerged from the fog of sodium fire, Pental. There's no deflecting just now. Wow, this truth source is strong. But should you really be saying all this? The old man raises a fleshy finger to his lips.
Okay, easy. Doubt your controller would want you going around talking about your assignment like some kind of dim schoolchild.
Face it, gang is doomed.
Of course, dear old Estok. There's someone who really makes the role work for her.
Maybe wise considering the circumstances.
Take it from one who's been around. The bank didn't become the bank by taking the shit end of the term sheet.
On the television, the Black Wolf's shadow extends over the last of his foes. A trembling angel lifts a bloody hand, pleading.
Okay. Besides, there's others who may want a piece of your heart, if you're open to alternative bids.
As it happens, I still know some people in the Ministry of Mass Culture. Old friends, you know.
First bait, now trap.
I can make a few inquiries on your behalf in return for your help with a personal matter. All very well placed, completely reliable. No one you need to worry about. A debilitating thought. Good thing I've chosen my friends well. A little archival research with a touch of smash and grab. Have you made it to the Pito track yet?
A desolate spit of land on the edge of the city-state, formerly the site of Portofiero's doomed space program.
Worth your time. Fascinating local lore out there. Remnants of Nesta's galactic boondoggle and whatnot. Widely believed to have blown up. Key distinction. Fast forward some years. I'm in the Eastern Republics on a little job. Client has me hounding former leads in MTER's Public Perceptions Division.
The bank's propaganda mob.
My target's a retired filmmaker. I get him in a hotel bar, standard stuff, drinks and defection. Some rinky-dink little government, lusty for empire office drama. Beneath us both, frankly. As it happens, I misjudge my man's tolerance. Next I know, I'm dragging him out of a hookah parlor at 3 a.m. I lay him out in a vacant lot, smack him around a bit. He's lolling up at the stars, babbling about Portofiero, 77, and Project Autonomia. His tour de force and Gesamtkunstwerk rolled into one. Special and practical effects, scale models, multiple camera angles, dozens of simultaneous feeds, not to mention an actual rocket launch. That's right. And I'll tell you what, that wasn't a weather satellite it was carrying either. Thousands, actually. All under absolutely massive NDAs. Morally indefensible. Legally impregnable. No. What young Cascade saw was a pre-recorded video. Seamlessly intercut and simultaneously distributed across the developed world. A miracle of misdirection.
A flawless timepiece of coordination and execution. Take notes. Above you, uncountable stars veiled by the scattering of blue light. Elsewhere, the bark of a small dog muffled by a window.
Strange business hours. Success and failure share the same rituals. Relevant parties stashed somewhere nice and chilled. Records obliterated. Impossible to say for certain what is or was. If you're one of the faceless mediocrities playing grab-ass in the dark, perhaps. But I digress. By this point, my man's brain is practically cooking in hashish. Narration growing hazier by the minute. I stash him back in his hotel room, then call my client. Space lore, who gives a shit? As I mentioned, rinky-dink setup. No signs of it detected. Because I've got that iron taste on my tongue, a scent on the air.
Blood nearby, a kill to be made.
Nothing. Nothing. My target vanishes like a hooker at daybreak. When he rematerializes a week later, he's near frozen, zipped up in a gym bag in the unpressurized hold of a cargo plane. Call it MTER's decommitment to information security. I'll
the same, the inspectors declared it a simple case of aeroerotic misadventure. No, operant. I don't. Here, the trail would have gone cold, but for this. Before he misadventured himself into that gym bag, my target gave me a number. One I've kept safe in my piggy bank until now. HKT-04/17-E. A reference number for certain records from Project Autonomia, forgotten in the archives of a decommissioned rocket silo. You've been paying attention. That's good. The Grand Lich's time of arrival.
Time, place, weapon, squad. 1/4 of your plot in hand. Meanwhile, the end credits have begun to roll on the little mounted television. Your eye catches on the words. Produced in collaboration with the Ministry of Mass Culture. Ave Imperio Luminoso.
A better deal than you'll get from the bank, I guarantee you. Look at me. I'm a sad old man in an ugly shirt. Bad schnapps and historical tragedies are pretty much all that keep me going. Very good. Here. Expect you'll need one of these. Hope you bought a good pair of walking shoes as well. I understand the stairs are formidable. If I knew, there'll be no task, operant. Not weather reports, I'll tell you that much. I understand the archives are in a state of disarray. Ravages of time and so on. Still, I'm sure there's lots of interesting stuff down there, if you feel the horror of the blank space coming on. Portofino in the early 80s was a different animal. Between Nestor's final exeunt and the economic meltdown, lots of things were simply lost or forgotten. A sizable portion of Portofino's foreign currency reserves, dozens of tons of highly caustic chemicals. Why not? Perhaps certain records inconsistent with the prevailing picture of reality. Doubt it would be of interest to the opera, sadly, at least in its current incarnation. Not sure if you noticed, whole place has been taken over by spreadsheet fuckers. No feel for it. No sense of what this work's about. It would have lit up desk lights all over Novessa. The archives are on sub-level 3. Can't be more than a few hundred, probably.
Oh boy, you're finally going to get your steps in.
Well, this has been a fine change of scenery, but I should return to the Fog Mirror. We'll rendezvous there once you've got the records. Hard to say. According to the official records, I was never there at all. Question of timelines and such. All the same, hard not to root for the old club. One hates to see the capitalists and techno-fascists to just walk away with it. It is, but that doesn't mean the two have to be at odds. A tip, operant. You could waste your days sniffing my rapidly disappearing gluteus,
Trying to guess if I'm a double, a triple, or any other fancy. Or you could remember the tenets of our craft.
Information has a half-life. At all times, windows close. Sees what is there.
As the old ones.
Irresponsible, careless, destructive. These are your own personal adjectives. Do you think that's a good thing? It does not. And in case you had forgotten, Herschel, you are an operant.
An operant should blend seamlessly into their environment, leave no trace.
It's too late. Look what you did to your friends, your crew, the people who gave you the happiest years of your life. You are a blast zone, a vast circle of scorched earth and human ash waiting to happen. Abandon all pretense to the contrary. Your fuse is sizzling. Can you hear it?
Time to face facts, Herschel. There aren't many who can do what you do. They're too unfocused, inept, distracted by soft matters. But not you. You're the rarest class. Hardcore spy. History's over. The tyrants and the visionaries are gone. Now it's all fact-checkers, HR departments, and international ethics tribunals.
Proposals to put assets through empathy-effacing conditioning protocols have been stymied by humanist elements within the Operant Bureau, creating a generation of vulnerable, emotionally compromised spies.
Their insides are full of tastefully upholstered furniture and photographs of dear colleagues. You don't go for that shit. Why? What's there to miss? If the tool no longer suits the task, get better tools. Keep up your hardcore ways and they'll have you in a bulletproof box, facing a tribunal for the crime of getting results. Oh, you'll get yours. When the squishes put you up against the wall, they'll be the ones shivering.
Be the shroud the city needs. Liquid night enveloped.
No flyers, no pamphlets, no gun. Up the stairs. First door on the right. Keep going to the top. Brockmire, how do they look? I can fix it. I can fix it. Yes, thank you.
Now he thinks we knock hard. Soon the entire campaign will know.
Pick up your feet.
You return to the shrine. The red slip. The moving boxes stacked in one corner of the little apartment are not empty, just abandoned. At some point, somebody tried to paint in here. Roller and tray, sponge caked with a crust of ivory latex, but gave up before they even covered half a wall. You sift through a life packed away in cardboard, the things they fought to take, and then left behind anyway. They winnowed down their belongings to what they could sneak out in the night. Gut instinct, the first things that sprang to mind as the most important, and the last things they fought to grab as they crept out the door. You sift. They went gut instinct. You fold back the tops of the cardboard boxes, covering their contents. It won't keep out the dust, or the next person to loot this place, but you do it anyway. blue painted door of the houseboat is sheltered from the rain, but you can still hear it dancing on the roof above. A small push on the paint-chipped wood confirms that the door is firmly locked.
Busy. Come back later.
You hear her mumble something, then quiet.
What? Was this one of the old pilots? He told you where I live? Did he? Damn. Just come in.
The woman's eyes are sad but warm. Rain pelts the window behind her.
Sam was my father's name. That old creep just keeps finding new ways to make me feel watched. Do whatever you like with it. I'm sorry the old creep made a fool of you, but let's not let it ruin our day. I feel like that would be letting him win. You're welcome, hon. It's nice to speak to someone in person for once. I'll have to grab the phone if it rings, but otherwise, I'm free to chat. Just me and the two little ones. It's them who makes all the mess, I swear.
She laughs, but there's an uneasiness to her eye as she looks around.
It does not leak. And well, that was just an unkind thing to say, wasn't it? I really should tidy up more, I know. It's the miracle line. Keeps me on a short leash all day. Or should I say cord? You know, the phone cord. I don't know what to tell you, hon. 2 kids, boat, miracle line. Oh, I'm doing a correspondence degree in psychology.
She looks around as if seeking information about herself from the room.
Long gone, sweetie. No forwarding address. It was harder with him here, honestly. All we did was argue toward the end, which is way worse for the kids than not having a dad around. Barely any of their friends have dads around either. It was the miracle line that scared him off. Made him jealous. Couldn't handle it. Called me all sorts of names in front of the kids. Yeah. I had an interview at a sandwich shop. I sat down and started talking, and the owner recognized my voice from the line. It was awful.
He stared at her mouth. Disbelief, wonder. His dreams come to life. He asked her if she remembered his fantasy. Offered her the job on the spot.
Nobody wants to hire a prostitute, hon. And if they do, it's because they think I'm a free fuck. Always dreamed of operating my own dial-in talk therapy line. But with the kids and the miracle and everything...
She laughs, shakes her head.
It's slow going. The moment I sit down to study, the phone rings. Sometimes I try to give people therapy instead of sex, but people really like sex, hon. Wouldn't be a miracle if I did. I've had a few dates here and there. All a disaster. I really can't get away from the phone much, and it saps all my energy for romance.
She puts up finger quotes around the word.
I'm a dedicated spinster. Were you expecting a miracle? Happy to chat, love. Wow, really? Oh, sweetheart, you're angel sent. There's a book I've been meaning to pick up for my sisters. If you're up for it. Just a textbook, green cover. She said she left it in a satchel outside her door. That's my book. How do you have this? Right, of course. It was, yes. I was actually hoping my sister would read it. No, nothing like that. I just thought it might help her understand some things about ourselves. I suppose that's right. Funny how they blend together. Part of the point, isn't it? Our mother was a complicated woman. We spent a lot of our childhood hiding from her, to be perfectly honest. That's how my sister and I got so close. Best friends, you know? Not physically, no. Our mum just always had this extra sense. She knew the worst possible thing she could say at any moment. The thing that would cut you right to the quick. You could feel it on the tip of her tongue, even as a child. Yeah, it was. Fortunately, my sister and I had each other. And we developed our little game. And then, when we both got old enough, exactly that. You want to borrow it? I don't see why not. I'm listening. Oh, ancient history. Had a toddler and a baby. Needed to be home full-time, but still make some money. Saw an ad. Went for the interview.
She shrugs sadly.
They like a foreign girl with a smooth accent. That's been life ever since. Oh, you were being serious. I'm sorry, hon. It's not about you. People expect my voice is all. Duchess has kind of become the miracle. For me, right? If you need work, I know that Tonio in the alleyway is always looking for people to help him sweep up. I've heard that too. I prefer not to think about it, hon. It's my income. If I start worrying about the company tanking or changing their minds about paying them, I just don't know what else I'd do. Not really, love. It's automatic. There'll be some man waffling on about mermaids or pop stars, and I'm just here picking the polish off my fingernails. Well, I think I do. Some people are just lonely, hon. They call for the pretense of love, a friendly voice. Sex is only a part of the miracle. Really? I've helped people through all kinds of hardships. Kept them company when all seemed lost. I've helped teach people how to communicate, how to be better lovers to their partners. And I don't think any of that is diminished because it's mostly people getting off. As if there's anything bad about an orgasm. Sure, hon. Not really. He just likes me to know that he's watching and to feel in control. He won't escalate unless he thinks I'm trying to escape. I realize how strange and frightening that sounds when I come to tell somebody else. But in my line of work, you just get used to it. Of course not, hon. I've no idea. Wasn't my choice. When I interviewed for the job, Duchess was already named. They were just looking for a woman to play the part. But I like to think that I give her a personal touch, helping people, being a friend to the lonely. She's doing a job, indulging fantasies that I would never in real life. But ultimately, it's me. I can spot lies from space, and that was one. That's your Duchess. Nice to meet you, Herschel. I'm Zeta, but I'm sure you know to keep that to yourself. You're sweet. Playing at a friend's house? You know kids, always an adventure to be had. Drop by again, Herschel. This was... Hi, Herschel. See you later.
No flyers. Pick up your feet.
The sleek metal call box stands guard. This must be Reno's place. The dolphin indicates us. You step away.
Did you find an emptier person? I'm checking out the scene. See you on the scene. Loose stitching and cheap fabric, the odd cotton hemorrhoid erupting at the seams. 100 strong, if only they could move as one. Soft animals, mostly stylized blobs with little regard for real anatomy. Beasts rendered ridiculous, grotesque trophies. There are brand logos on the sides, non-uniformly misspelled or upside down, but recognizably the same. Zoo Textile Laluz. Boneless flesh bound in impossible colors, twisted into seductively pleasing shapes. Brazen political threat. The pile declares that this too is the future of the working class. Defanged, fuzzy, sold in a heap. The different species are all numbered. Number 1's are bunnies, number 2's cats, number 4 an anatomically unviable whale. There are no number 3's. Then what animal was so irresistible to the consumer? You said yourself these plushies are sinister.
What shape has breached containment? Inside you. Nothing. Yeah. Still hunting. Plushie number 3 is you. You turn back to the
You feel that? Rattling around inside you? It's part of you. Fangs, claws, nasty glowing eyes and all that. The animal within. It's been caged down there for years, sticking its snout in the lightless dirt, licking the insides of aluminium cans. You are an animal. The divide between human and beast is an illusion. Stops you unlocking your full potential, your connection with primal impulses and power.
There are times when an operant's humanity prevents them from getting the job done.
Throw open the cage. Let the beast come forward in all its stinking, biting glory. The animal is out.